What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? It is Motivational Mondays. You know how we do every Monday. Me and my co-host Talent, we usually get on here. We're just trying to give you a few things to get the week started, to get your energy right, to put you in that mood, to get those juices flowing, get that energy going, because that energy is everything. We got two shows. We got our race debaters that we do on Fridays. That's to close the week. And then we got Motivation Monday, which we do to start the week. My name is Amir. In case you don't know, my co-host is Talent. He may or may not be on the show with me tonight because he has some other affairs that he needs to take care of. So I'm going to be rocking with y'all tonight, and I hope y'all are ready to just enjoy yourselves, listen, pick up a few nuggets, type what you normally do in the chat so I can bring those things into the conversation. We always start with how the weekend was. I had an absolutely phenomenal weekend. The weather here in New York City, I'm not sure where everybody's tuning in from because I got people tuning in from, I'm sure, all around the country. So it's wonderful to have each and every one of y'all tuning in and enjoying what it is we do every week. But here in New York City, we finally kind of got a stretch where the weather is kind of right. So we got 70, 65, 70, 65, 70. So it's just hanging out somewhere in the 65, 70 range. And today I think it got as high as 77. So, we just are happy that we finally got some consistency where the weather is going. If you've been on some of the other shows, y'all have heard me say it. Mother Nature's been playing bingo with us. Should be 65, 43, 52, 75. So it's good to finally get some steady weather. Again, like I said, my weekend was really, really good. I had the opportunity, as I, do most weekends, to jump on various DJing sets. One of my favorite, if you are on Twitch and you have the opportunity on Saturday, every Saturday, one of my favorites is a gentleman named Lord Finesse. Y'all know him as the rapper from the 80s, but he's also a super magnificent DJ, and had the opportunity to jump on his live brunch that he does every Saturday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, 9 on the West Coast. And when I say he was on fire, he was on fire. But I tune in every Saturday because for me, it reminds me of my childhood. I'm not sure how many of you had this experience as you were growing up, but I know in my childhood and in my experience, I had the pleasure of every Saturday was cleanup day. And in our home in particular, we'd have to do everything from clean the bathrooms to clean our rooms to maybe paint, to move around the furniture and, all these various things. But we did it not only in love, but with music. So back then, for those who remember that stage of your life, we had record players. So Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life whole album would play for the duration. So you get to know all the songs because you sing them as you were doing your various chores. And it just made the chores go by seemingly easy. And it also just made for fun because you're in there, you're singing, before you know it, you got one thing down and out the way and you're moving on to the next thing. But the reason why I bring up my friend and brother Lord Finesse is because while I was, tuned into his show, as like I said, I do just about every Saturday, he said something that just brought a smile to my face. I've been tuning in to his show now, I want to say probably 7-8 months easy, every Saturday. And he saw me on the show as usual, and he said, "Hey, my brother A-Rock Sealy is in the building." He said, "If y'all don't follow this guy, if y'all don't know him, you should." He said, "I'm giving him a new nickname. His new name is A-Rock, aka the Communicator." And for those of you who play sports, and for those of you who, run around in certain circles, there was something so cool about somebody giving you a nickname that they feel fits who you are as a personality, feel it fits who you are as a person. And I was just so taken by it that it just, threw me for a loop, because I really tune in again just to hear his music and just to, vibe out, because he's a cerebral DJ. Him, Jazzy Jeff, Mel Star, and some of the other DJs that I follow, all cerebral DJs. And I love them because besides obviously playing the songs that we know and love, they play versions or they've doctored up versions of the songs in ways that we've never heard before. And you really get a sense of just enjoying how great a DJ and how amazing the music is. So, I say all that to say I was motivated by not only, his energy. There were a few other things that happened the weekend. I know for people up in Harlem, there was a wonderful basketball game that was given in honor of the late Black Rob in his old neighborhood. And to my understanding, I didn't make it to the game, but I understand that there was a lot of former playground legends, cats like Terminator, people like Forever Young, aka The Future, and other players who have come up in the late 80s, early 90s, and were a part of the fabric of what basketball was like here in New York City. My brother, runs that gambit as well. He's no longer with us, but all of these guys played together or, with one another or against one another. And it was just made for the summit. It made for a city being electric. If you got a chance to go to 55th, if you got a chance to go to King Towers, if you got to go to, got a chance to go to these various settings, you would always be happy to be in that energy. There was something about being around that energy, being around those people. But it made me think to myself that, in all fairness, we all have to really, really be conscious and be happy about our circles. So today's motivational thing is mind your circle, whatever that circle may be. And, just to give you an idea what I mean by that, I saw Talent sent me a quote earlier today, and it said, your circle is supposed to be proud, not jealous. Now, let's think about that for a minute, because in all fairness, we grow up different phases of your life. You got elementary school. You got a group of people who, rock with you in elementary school. If you're fortunate, some of y'all then move on to junior high. And then from junior high, you might move on to high school and then to college. So sometimes you keep that circle of friends. You go through various jobs, settings, corporate America, being an entrepreneur, all these different, circles form a bond and a way for you to hopefully be able to uplift yourself. One of the things that we really have to be conscious and mindful of is trying to, again, to continue to uplift each other. Does that mean that you won't have people who pray for your downfall? Of course you will. But those who are praying for your downfall, that's usually something that's going on in their own real world that they don't really want to deal with. So don't give that too much energy. I wouldn't give it too much energy. But what you should do and what you could do is, again, once you kind of mastered one circle that you might be in, you start looking for other circles, because what happens is it continues to help you grow as an individual. It continues to help you build those relationships that you're going to need, especially as you move forward in life and you find yourself doing various things, projects that you're working on, all the way to things that you may, find your children. If you have children wanting to be involved in specific things. Circles allow you to build relationships. It allows you to build friendships and things of that magnitude. And once you really start understanding that, the success is in that. I know a lot of times we think the success is in money. We think the success is in, being able to do specific things. But the real success is in those circles, because what those circles do is they give you people who, one, hold you accountable sometimes. Secondly, they give you people who also motivate you because, they're doing wonderful things. So when you see your friends doing wonderful things, hopefully it makes you want to do wonderful things as well. It opens your eyes to the possibilities. And especially if it's somebody who's been with you from day one. I see so many of, the people in the various groups that I've been in, whether it's on Facebook or on IG, and, this is my day one. And we love all those wonderful sayings. And sometimes we do have day ones. But the beauty of having a day one is they really know you. So usually if and when they have to check you, it's not personal. It's them bringing you back, hopefully, to who in the center of who you really are in your grounding. Because we need that. We see far too often as we look around, at various things going on in the world. I'm not saying that people do and don't have people who, chin check them. But a lot of people have a lot of yes people around them. And for obvious reasons, when everything is wonderful and you up, everybody's a yes person. Oh, no, let's go over here. Let's do this. Let's do that. And all that's great. But sometimes you got to scale some of that back, and you got to have somebody who goes, Is that really what we need to be doing right now? Are y'all sure about that? And you have to kind of take a moment and process that, hopefully, if you have that kind of, bonding with your circle. The second thing that I came across, and I'm going to read this to you guys as well, because I thought that this was apropos when it comes to circles. This was a meme that I came across. I sent it to a few of you guys in the chat. Sharonda, I see you out there. Sean, I see you out there. I seen Trina Pinkett. So I'm gonna read this because I think this one is apropos, and we can break this down even further. This one says, "Thankful for those that see me and accept me, the ones assigned to feed my spirit and enrich my path. Thankful for those who water me as I water them in return. Thankful for purposeful, divine, supportive connections." Now, the reason why, again, I thought that this was such a wonderful thing to bring into the conversation today, and I'm looking at it as a motivational thing, is just take the first line. Thankful for those that see me and accept me. So many of us, have such a hard time trying to find our tribes for various reasons. You go on your whole life and you always felt like the outsider. You always thought to yourself, I don't fit in anywhere. People don't like me, for all kinds of various reasons. But the reality of it all is we all have to come to the understanding and the realization that it's not a matter of people liking you or not liking you. You have to find yourself first. And what happens is once you find yourself by, again, taking the time to really get to know yourself. I know so many of us love being in crowds or, like being around people, and that's cool. But the problem with that is sometimes it doesn't allow you to get to know you. And when you're not getting to know yourself, you can't actually have that emanate from you, so that then that energy goes out into the universe and brings those people back who honestly can understand you and will rock with you and will put you in, in that space that you need to be. So that first line, that's what that's how that resonates to me. The ones that are assigned to feed my spirit and enrich my path. Now, some of y'all, like I said, have girlfriends, have male friends, a combination of both. And it's great when you got those people who text you, "Hey, how's everything going?" Maybe pick up the phone. "You all right? Everything okay over there?" Sometimes it could seem annoying, but the reality of it all is most of us could use somebody at least trying to keep us in the know of saying there is somebody out here who cares about you. There is somebody who wonders whether or not things are going well for you. Why? Because there are a ton of people who want to tear you down all day, every day. Everything from work to sometimes your children to sometimes your significant others, if you have a significant other in your life. And it's not they're doing it on purpose. It's just you get in the throes of everyday life. It becomes a weird cycle for you. As I said, the one thing about this slowdown pandemic, whatever you're calling it, is this was that opportunity for you to take a good hard look at yourself and figure out what things you still need to utilize and what things you still need to delete. The things that you're utilizing, you should be doing one of two things: either still utilizing them in their current format, or you should be upgrading them so that they now fit what your current lifestyle is. Why? Because those of you who are still using antiquated ideas for when you dated in 1982 and we in 2021, it's probably not going to work. That's just the truth. But you got to understand that. You got to know that. And like I said, that's why I said you got to upgrade or either delete, because if it really doesn't work for you, then you need to get rid of it. Why are you holding on to it? To prove what? I love when you have these conversations with your friends. You ever have those conversations with your friends and they tell you fun stuff like, "But you don't understand." No, I understand clearly. Obviously, you don't understand because you're still sitting in the same spot, stuck in the same energy and the same ideology. So you need to let that go. But in order to do that, you got to identify how messed up it is to start with. So again, I share that with you guys. The next sentence said, "Thankful for those who water me as I water them in return." That is huge. I mean, huge. We all have to do a better job. I hear some of y'all, oh, I'm not going to, give somebody a compliment, or I'm not going to do this, that, or the third. And I get it, because sometimes you think to yourself it's a waste of time. But here's what you probably don't know: the universe doesn't keep score like that. The universe keeps score by saying, you know what? You went out of your way to do something from your heart and from your spirit to show somebody else kindness, love, or whatever. And the universe stores that away so that when it's your turn, you get the same in return. And I know that is going to mess with a few people, because sometimes we really don't want to hear that. People are like, no, I'm telling you, they don't care. That's not true. People are looking for hugs. People are looking for adornment. People are looking to have people give them admiration and things like that. Why? Because they're not getting it. People don't get it at home. Those there are so many people who have spent so much of their life being told that they're not good enough, they're not strong enough, they're not smart enough, you're not cute enough, you're not handsome enough. All of these kinds of weird things for various reasons. But usually that's because the person who is unfortunately giving you that information probably is going through some nonsense of their own, and they just don't want to face their own nonsense. Now, I'm not saying that that's always the case. Again, like I said, that's sometimes the case. But in understanding that and knowing that, then you have to take that for what it is, get beyond it, and continue to do what you know is the best thing to do. Being kind to somebody doesn't cost you anything. Saying thank you. I see plenty of pictures. Y'all know this. Y'all, have Facebook and Instagram accounts. I'm sure you run across plenty of pictures that you know for a fact that you wouldn't post, but maybe a friend of yours posted, or somebody's kids posted it, and you think to yourself, I probably shouldn't hit like, but if they had the heart to post this, I'm gonna go on and like it, because obviously they're looking for somebody to give them some sort of what you call it. Now, in private, obviously you can pull them to the side and go, I don't know if I would have posted that. I would have, probably thought about that a little bit longer. Or maybe I would have, come with that at a different time. But that's something that you do in private. We've become so accustomed to tearing each other down in public that it's just amazing to me. I watch people, going, what? Wait, what? That's their page. That's their energy. If you don't like it, scroll past it. That's what there are plenty of things that I see that I'd be like, oh, this doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm gonna keep it going. What's next? Scroll past it. Nobody, stop being the app Nazi. Your job, you think your job is to comment on everything no, it's not. If it isn't for you, keep it going. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with scrolling by somebody's foolishness and going on with your life and continuing to be happy as you know you should be and could be. The next sentence was thankful for purposeful, divine, supportive connections. Now, the reason why this line was so important to me is because it relates to the last year and 3 months of what has gone on in my world. Over a year ago, when Talent gave me the opportunity to come on and start doing, some of these lives with him and doing our version of podcasts, it was crazy. I didn't think anything about it, because at the time I just thought that speaking and giving information was for my friends, meaning my immediate crew. If you were around me and we got a chance to talk, then we chopped it up. But getting on here and having the opportunity to meet all of you beautiful people, which goes to the purposeful, divine, and supportive connections, has what given me the opportunity to continue to build on this. Because again, I didn't think to myself that it was about that. I thought to myself that it was truly about just, getting on here and talking mess sometimes. But I've found that I got a new tribe. I got Sharonda. I got Trina. I got Shanna. I got Drusilla. The list goes on. And now that things are opening up, it's even better, because now I have the opportunity to meet each and every one of you. Before it was just, fingers. We texting, and we in the chats, and we love each other, and we, saying how dope each person is, and all these wonderful things. And some of you obviously had the opportunity to meet each other before this, so that is what it is. But beyond that, it was the opportunity to now actually, like I said, meet and see all of you. And I think that I couldn't ask for a better new tribe of people to share with, to build with, and to enjoy. Now, as I said, talent won't be on here this evening. However, I do have a special guest, someone whose comedy I absolutely have come to enjoy, and who, if you're not catching her TikToks, she got some of the funniest TikToks in the game right now. Pete, could you please do me a favor in bringing the wonderful, wonderful comedian and incomparable Onika McLean? Onika!
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm so glad you can make it here in the building this evening.
Thank you for
Glad to see
having
you.
me.
No. Like I said, you have become one of my new ultimate favorite people to not only see in person, but your TikToks. When I tell you, I cannot wait to see your TikToks pop up on TikTok, or when you put them in your stories and so forth and so on, because not only are they classically funny, but you have a way of almost acting them out in a way that's not like anybody else that I've seen on TikTok. So I really, really do appreciate, your creativity and the way that you go about bringing content, to the world. So thank you again for coming on the show this evening. Tonight's topic has been about, if you just got in here, it's been about your circle. And I was explaining to all of our beautiful listeners on the various platforms that this last year and 3 months has given me a new circle. You, of course, have become a part of that circle. Talent and all of the rest of the beautiful people.
Scylla, Trina, Sharonda,
the list goes on and on. But I was saying that
old girlfriends.
But I was saying, the beauty of all of this has been, the ability to now take that circle and grow, because now that things are opening up and we're actually able to see and meet each other, it's even better.
It is.
So I just want you to, try to, expound on that and tell me, from your standpoint, as far as your circle goes, because again, you within other circles, comedians and so forth and so on, how have you found that to be either beneficial or detrimental to you? And what do you think of that?
Well, the pandemic has shown us who is who. Who is who, right? We have time to vet people at this point. So now the people that you was like, oh, wait, Black lives don't matter to you? Wait a minute, right? That part, you be like, wait a minute, so we just colleagues? We not friends like that? Because I'm Black, right? I'm Black. I just want you to say that. And then with the comedy, what happened, like I'm telling you, the people that you thought was one thing, that time, just being able to sit down and think about what's going on and really realize the energies that people bring, you're like, wait a minute, this ain't what I'm going, and this ain't even what I want to do. So it has enlightened a lot of people. Like it has enlightened a lot of people, which is so dope, because now you get to the core of people that you want to be around, right? Because in that pandemic, we were all afraid. Not, I'm speaking like it's past tense. We're still dealing with it, right? We're all afraid that we were going to die, right? So if I have to have my last meal, it ain't going to be with no friend of me. Like, get the hell out of here. But you don't like me. I don't like you. Like, it's over. Like, let's just break up. Like,
yeah. No, like, no question.
It was different. It just changed the whole thing. And it's amazing that it happened, because the way life is set up, now it's a situation where time is so short. It's of the essence. You see how we were dancing at Talent's party the other night?
Yes.
We were dancing like it was 1999, even though that's a long time ago. We was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get this two-step again. I ain't just,
Yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So it's just a broad statement all around the comedy, comics, new opportunities. I think I have a more renewed relationship with God. So that's a different kind of circle. Because before, I start calling him the universe and I start saying all kinds of stuff. And then I was laid on my bed of affliction. I was like, Jesus, where is the Lord at? Me and my house, we gonna praise the Lord. It's just different. And it's dope because I get to meet new people. I don't have, I trust myself to let new people in my life now because I'm giving myself time to vet people.
Yes.
And I think that's what we all did.
I think that is, such a great point as well. I said this, I was speaking earlier and I was telling a friend, I said, in all fairness, we were on such a hamster wheel for such a long time. I think a lot of us didn't necessarily see it that way because, you were just, in whatever your routine was, you call it a routine, but that's really, it didn't allow you to honestly stop and smell the flowers. It didn't allow you to stop and look at the sky and notice things that we technically should have been noticing or at least paying attention to.
Like people spit.
Like I'm telling you, like,
and not washing their hands. You be like,
but not only that, even simpler things. Manners had gone out, have gone out the window. I'm like, it was a lot of things that you really started to really pay attention to, as you said. Whether it was friends or even coworkers or whatever, you're like, I never noticed how messed up an individual this person was. How did I miss this? You know what I mean? So, and I think that, to your point, that's what has made this comeback so dope, because I feel like now we're starting to be able to, really get those nuances in again. I know myself personally, when I find myself, walking around, now I look at the sky differently. I'm like, that's a beautiful sky. Like the cloud pattern is nice.
Like, you better notice it. You better notice it.
Because like I said, we took so much of it for granted. We didn't even, understand the dynamics of the relationships that we were in. Whether it be, dealing with children, dealing with a significant other, all of that kind of stuff. We took it for granted. I'll see you tonight when I get home. You got school today. All right, I'll see you after school, whatever.
All the side chicks lost their man.
Okay, that messed up all the side chick business. Exactly. Dude's outlet game was all messed up. Son,
dudes gotta be with their wife. You had to be with your wife. That one, the one you married. You gotta be in the house. You gotta raise your kids. The ones that you had, yes, you gotta raise them.
You over there with the, like you said, you over there with the side chick. She got, she got kids. You treat them better than you treat yours. Look, little Raekwon, come here. Yeah. Here's a couple of dollars. You can run to the store for me. You get home to your own house. These goddamn kids, I hate these little fuckers.
Because you hated their mother, but I bet you now you all right. Now you love them. Now y'all going roller skating.
It is so much. Like I said, this had to, open the door for so much, for so many things for us to have to, really take to heart and, take note of. So, okay, getting back to, again, like I said, the comedy. So I know now that things have opened back up, are you finding your rhythm again, or did it take you a little minute before you actually, got back into, having your rhythm as far as comedy goes?
But I don't feel like I ever lost it because I never stopped. So I would still go and do comedy on the roof. I was still doing it in people's backyard. It sounds like I'm being a hoe. No, I was doing comedy in people's backyards. I was doing comedy on the roof, and we were doing stuff outside. So I never stopped. I think that what happened now is more people notice me now because I kept working.
Okay. And that's why I said I have to give you your props on that, because as I said, obviously coming into this specific circle and seeing your name, and you and I had the opportunity to be on a few other lives throughout the pandemic, and I was like, because at first I thought you were an activist. I didn't even think you was a comedian. I thought you was an activist. I was like, okay, we got Sister Onika in the building. Because
I got natural hair. You think I'm dark skinned and got natural hair, and now I'm an activist.
But it was the way you would come on the what you call us. I was like, Onika is on here tight up here. Look, brothers and sisters. I'm like,
I'm aggressive.
Okay. I gotta check myself here. Wait a minute. She got me stressing out. I gotta think about this. But again.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but after I, like I said, had the opportunity to, then finally see you on stage, I was like, Onika is funny as hell. I was like, how did I not know that this woman was
Right?
class, class comedy here? So, like I said, I'm very excited for, what's to come for you. And as I told you, your TikToks, I can't get enough of them. I can't. Every time I'll be looking, I'll be like, yeah, nigga got any new TikToks out? Let me look and see what.
No, but back to the circle. I just want to say something to the circle before. When am I getting kicked off? Oh, in like
Yeah,
2
you got
seconds.
time. No, you
Okay.
got time.
So back to the circle, like for real. The people that you have around you is so important because those people can pray you through or put coals on your head. And you have to really check who you have around you because that's who you grow with. That's who
Yeah,
you grow with. It's like during this pandemic, I got to know talent way more. I got to know you, Sean. It's like so many people I got to work with just because we slowed down a little bit. You know,
yeah,
when I first met talent, I was at not first met him because I knew him because he's been
mhm.
a king in New York. But when he first saw me do comedy, it was in the Bronx.
Okay.
And he was just in the audience and he was like, where you been? Like, you so funny. Where you been? Take my number. And I was like, dude, I've been calling you for 4 years. So then I had his number. So he looked at the text message. I was like, happy birthday, talent. I'm a new comedian. I would love to talk to you. He always ignored me. So it's just, everything
Yeah,
happens when it's supposed to happen. And then when
that's
those
true.
people come through, do what they ask.
Yeah. No, and I feel the same way. I told him, y'all have heard me thank him, not only on the show, but I, thank talent, like you said, behind the scenes. And I told him, I said, bro, you got me out of my own shell. I said, because, my fun is just in, when y'all don't see me on this.
Mhm.
Onika, you've been around me. I'm the 1-2 step
Yeah.
king. We're
Mhm.
gonna laugh, we're gonna joke, and we're gonna have a good time regardless. Because I just like to see people having a good time. Like I said, I feed off of energy. I always have. That's been since I was a kid, into my adulthood. So I use that even now in this stage of my life. And I'm like you. Okay, that energy is a little crazy. So we're gonna pivot and go over here. We're gonna leave you over there and allow you to do
Let
what
me
you're doing.
tell you, I have opened my windows when I had bad energy in my car. I'd be like, oh, I ain't gonna be able to do this. We just gonna be cold in here because like you
Yeah.
gotta get it out. It's such a real thing. It's such a real thing. And we
And
ignore it all the time. And we
we
shouldn't.
really do. And that's why, again, like I said, I thought that this conversation today about the circle was so important because I know sometimes, and this is something else that people need to really understand. I know, like you said, you got people in your circle, you're like, they waiting for your downfall. That's cool too. You need those people. You know why? Because they keep you motivated. And they keep you motivated in this regard. You know for a fact that you're not gonna fall off. So for you, it's kind of funny to watch them watch you. So you be sitting there, you ain't fall off yet? Nah, that ain't gonna happen. I'm not built like that. But because you want a front seat, to the show, I'm gonna let you keep this front seat. So that way, every time the curtains go up and you see me just continuing to flourish, you want to kill yourself. So kill yourself. Uh, you know,
No, you don't want that kind of energy. Cause
no, like I said, I'm not talking about allowing it to seep into you. I'm talking about using it to continue to further what you do.
I
Because
get you.
the one thing that I've come to the realization, I remember years ago when the word hater first came out. That was one of those words that I truly disdained. I had a disdain. I was like, why do people keep saying hater? And I came to the realization there's no such thing as a hater. All that is a person who wishes they had the heart to do what you do. That's all that is. That's not somebody who really hates. They're afraid to step out on their own. So they are again looking at you like, I can't wait for something to go wrong for them. Why? Because you're
Yeah,
afraid to do what you need to do for you.
but you
That
can't
ain't
have
my
those
fault.
people in your front row.
No, no,
You
no,
cannot
no,
have them
no.
in your front row because I think that's part of the work, weeding out that stuff. Because
Yes.
new level, new devil. Because if you think about it, if your circle is I'm a female, 4 women, and I have 4 women that I've been like friends with for a really, really long time, right? But if your circle is a little corrupt, those women help raise your children. So your children gonna pick that kind of circle. So now you're
Yes.
doing this generational bull crap. You don't want that.
You're
I
right.
don't know. I dealt with it for a long time. I ain't gonna do it. I'm too old for it. And
You're
especially
right.
when I was laid down on my bed of affliction, I had told the Lord, I had said, Lord, if you get me up, I ain't gonna give a fuck. No.
Look, it is what it is, because sometimes, like you said, you have that, kind of situation where, people are, bringing that energy, like you said, bringing that out of you. And the real part of that is, like I said, thankfully I've been to a few situations now where I've seen you perform and I've seen you do your thing. And I come away every time like, yo, Nika, she don't come to play. She is not for play. If y'all haven't seen Nika do her thing on stage, she is not for play. She really does come and bring it energy-wise. Talent's birthday party this Thursday that just passed, for those of you who wasn't even there, Anika came in the door 2 seconds and hit the stage. She came in the store 2 seconds and she was on the stage without even. She couldn't get her jacket on quick enough, her phone down. Man, hold on, wait a minute. I was like, oh, okay, it's going down.
Because Talent was like, stay ready. He thinks he's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Stay ready. You don't know you don't get on. You're like, all right, okay.
But again, it's sharpening. It's iron sharpening iron and steel sharpening steel. And in your world where you guys are, constantly, up in the ante, especially amongst one another, that's how it's supposed to be, and that's what it should be. And that's why I said the circle needs to be that, because you build from that. You build character. You might even build, a moment where you like, I don't know if I'm built for this, because this is serious here.
They'll help you. Right.
It helps you, because I being around you guys, I find it fun, because everybody always asks me the same thing. Like, I mean, when you gonna get on stage? I'm like, oh, the 12th of never.
You should just get up there and say some stuff. I'm telling you, it's funny.
I'm scared. I don't know what it is. I'm scared of that.
You know what you should be scared of? Talent just throwing you up there like you're a dog on grenade.
Awesome.
And then I think he went home and walked his dog, because I was like, I feel like I'm doing. What happened? He gonna walk the dog, so it's the nigga.
But like you said, that I told Talent, I said, you got an eye for incredible talent. You really do give the people around you that push. And I've seen them time and time again bring people, if they get off the stage, and give them those words of encouragement every time. Like, I don't ever see Talent, give somebody or tear them down. He really takes them, yo, come here, let me tell you something. Let me put a bug in your ear. And I think, again, circles, you need those kind of people in your circles, because what happens is it continues to allow you to flourish and continues to allow you to grow. And the more we all
Talent to win. You want Talent to win. You be like, oh, what is he getting? Is anybody calling Talent the comedian? Because 800 of us gonna be right behind him like this.
And happy for him, because he turns around and he gives it back. I look at the flyers, again, because I'm watching all of these things from afar. But I look at the flyers and I see the people really who are moving and shaking with him. And he's keeping like, hey, I got this person on the show, and I got this person on the show.
He employs about 252 comedians, not including his son that's cheating. Just skip the line, because they're gonna name the boy Talent. He's gonna name the boy Talent. I don't understand why he don't, just because of your son, you got him on. You think you are Carol Talent? No.
But like you said,
is he gonna see this?
He may, but you know what? I told him tonight we gonna have some fun. He told me, he said, Amir, it's your show, rock out. He said, I got Onika coming on with you. He said, you guys do what y'all do. And like I said, this is, my first opportunity to really just run the Monday show off, by myself. I told him, I said, look, I got this, dog. This is not a problem for me.
You act like you the first time you got the keys, like when your mother's like, listen, I'm getting these keys, right? When you look to the left, you look to the right, you make sure nobody behind you. Ain't nobody want to be in this project apartment. Lady, if you'll just give me this damn thing.
So I can get in here and mind my damn business, be by myself.
And put on my cartoons and not do my homework, and then hide the dishes back in the cabinet. Because I'm too lazy to wash them.
Yo, remember those
dishes? Oh, God.
Remember those days,
back in the cabinet. She's like, you wash these dishes? I used to be like, time to get the snack down.
Look, in my case, because I had four. It was 4 boys, 1 girl. So, like I said, my mom's giving.
You had a father? You had a father?
Yeah, yep, Dad too.
We want to show off. Wait a minute. Wait, so let me just fix that. Let me just get that. Wait, you had a father? He lived with y'all? You liked your mother? Like y'all
Yes,
was clever
yes,
school?
yes. We was all
Ooh,
one
ooh.
big happy family. So
Mm.
my
He
mom
wanted
would
to
give us
okay.
would give us chores. So one of us would have the dishes, one of us would have the bathroom and all that stuff.
Which y'all
And
was
to
the
your point,
Cosby's?
well, I guess to some people it seemed that way, but to us, we just was like everybody else. But what I always laughed about is to your point about not doing the dishes, we had to go to sleep. Like if you fell asleep and you were supposed to have done the dishes and you didn't, my mom was infamous for waking you up in the middle of the night, knowing you got school in the morning. Get up. Mom, what? You didn't do the dishes. It is 1 o'clock in the morning, Ma. I gotta be to school at 8:30. I don't give a damn. You're gonna do these dishes. So
Mm-hmm.
you're up washing dishes with your head on the cabinet. You remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Your head on the cabinet.
Saying I hate her, God, please kill her. This lady needs to die, Jesus.
Then my moms will do this. And you got the dishes for another week plus whatever new chore you got. So one of my brothers and sisters would end up without a chore. So you'd be mad as fuck because they be teasing you. You got the bathroom and you got the dishes. You'd be like, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep. That's all I know. I'm gonna kill you in your sleep. Don't fall asleep. But it's those kind of beautiful things. It's that childhood is it's coming through that. And I say this all the time because I know those of us who have children. I know you have children. I have children. I miss those days because these kids are lazy as fuck now. They don't
Oh
they,
yeah.
they don't have any sense of anything. I mean, just trying to take out the garbage, they give you hell. I'd be like, look, we grew up in the projects. You had to walk down the hall to
To
the
the
garbage
incinerator
disposal.
and pray a rat didn't jump out.
Thank you, Onika. Do you remember them days? Not to mention, you also had to worry about if somebody was just going to jump out on GPs. Cats hanging out in the staircase, so you're like, I got to time this just right. You do the run all the way to the incinerator. Sometimes it made it
And
into
you be
the
like
thing.
that. You be pushing it down. You be like, what the fuck? If you don't, God, you be looking like, God damn it.
Yo, so I tell people all the time, I said, these kids will never understand the struggle. You just got to take the garbage to the corner and you pissed about that. Really?
And no, not even that you pissed, because we were pissed. We ain't say nothing. These kids want to have a whole long conversation about why you got to do the things that you got to do in my house. This is my shit. You can leave.
You okay? On top of that, I'm paying for all of this. You
I
don't
tell my
got
kids that
five
all the
on
time.
nothing.
I tell them all the time. I be like, you can leave, and they be like, she's well, where am I go? Your generation ruined society. Okay, okay. They the new pimps. The kids are the new pimps. I be feeling so like I feel like my kids be mushing me. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. You know you don't want me to fail. You're gonna have to look at your girlfriends. They're gonna be like, you a loser. You ain't gonna do nothing. You're gonna let me stay here. You ain't gonna have me homeless because I'm gonna put that on Instagram. You be like, wait.
Yo, don't they they use everything imaginable. But see, here's where I go left. And I know this is what you call it, so we can say anything. Well, I'll be like, fuck them kids. I'm
Yeah.
dead serious. People are like, man, that's harsh. I'll be like, look, sometimes you gotta let these kids know because they of the mind frame of the mindset that they think they running stuff.
Oh no,
You
they
so
feel
grown.
fuck us. They feel forget us.
Yeah.
But
You be like, you want to see what it's really like out here in these streets? Because you think you're tough. Let me see you get out here in these streets and hold your own, because that's when you're tough.
But we won't do it. You sound like an abused wife. If you cheat on me one more time, I'm not playing this time. This is the last time. I don't even say that to my kids. I'll be like, forget it. I don't care. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Just because it just stress you out. Like, are you kidding me?
It does.
If you're not, because there has to be repercussions, but there's only repercussions if the person that you're going to do something to gives a fuck. If they don't care, like it's like if you say I'm gonna leave you, Ray, you keep cheating on me, and he don't care if you leave, then
it really doesn't have any. Yeah, it really doesn't hold any weight.
no
You're
weight.
absolutely right.
You know
what I mean? But again, like I said, this circle thing, I just thought was, such an interesting topic to tackle today because, again, this is one of my new circles. I see Bernadette just
see if I can see. Y'all know I ain't got my readers on. What y'all?
Like I said, Shauna Riley. We got Trina Pinkett in the house. We got Sharonda's in the building. I didn't see one of our other regulars in here, but maybe she got tied up. But I tell you, I can't get enough of seeing you guys. And this is something else you have to do for the circles. guys, if you have other programs that people in the circle are part of, jump on their joints too. Why not? What else do we got to do? You ain't got nothing but time on your hands.
And share information. And share information. That's the other thing. Don't keep information that's going to help somebody to yourself. Just share the information. Send the link and then follow up. Be like, did you do that? Because what happens is as you grow, as your circle grows, you grow also. If you're friends with 6 doctors, you're going to do something in the medical field, or whatever your industry is, you're going to grow to that level. It's just you ain't, it just is what it is.
That's a big part of it. She's absolutely right. We have to continue to share information. We have to continue, again, like I said, to big each other up. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard to smile at each other. It's not hard to send an encouraging text message or whatever. Even jokes, like y'all, most of y'all know, y'all see, I send y'all all kind of stuff. Funny stuff, music, whatever, because I know for me, those are 2 things that keep me motivated. Comedy keeps me motivated, and great music keeps me motivated. So those 2 things are really what always keeps me energized, because I know as long as I have those 2 things going, I'm always in good spirits and in good energy. And I know that is such an integral part of manifesting all of the wonderful things that, you hope to manifest in your life. I say this all the time. You can, I'll wait for somebody to tell me when they was in horrible energy or mad or sad and something dope happened to them. It doesn't. So that's why I don't understand people trying to hang out in that energy. I'm gonna be mad for a while. Okay, let me know how that works.
Tell me how that works out for you. It's true. It's so, you know what I want talent to do? I want him to do like a DJ dance.
Like a DJ what? We lost you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you. Mm-hmm.
You can hear me?
Yes.
A DJ dance battle, like a DJ dance battle, where, because he knows all those DJs, and so I want that kind of dance party where, because that's how the Freedom Party used to be, where the DJs, they get all hyped off each other, and then there's they play a hip hop set and then a reggae set, and they just keep going back and forth. And you just want to die.
A nigga used to be in the Freedom Parties. Let me find out. Okay.
Yes, I used to be in the Freedom Parties. You kidding me?
Man,
I have my speakers and yes, I love the Freedom Parties. Those are the best parties. When I discovered that, I was trying to tell everybody about it. I was like, come, it's so good.
You too. The energy and the music was just everything. I tell people, again, that's why I said it is so important to share that kind of vibe, because you can't beat it. I'm telling you, you find yourself in there, you just engrossed. You're like, okay, wait a minute, this is, I'm gonna be in here all night.
It'd be too
much. You know what I mean? And it just, I always looked at it also as a way to let off steam. I'm a big believer of, if you dance, that allows you to let off, frustrated energy too. Obviously, depending on how you dance.
You're not having sex, right? Yeah.
So you find various ways to, do what you do, let stuff off. You're like, all right, wait a minute.
They got girls you could call. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's classic.
I know 3 homeless comedians. They cute. Don't let them stay there 30 days. Past 30 days, they got squatters' rights. So
now do y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all gotta check on Nika out. When I tell you, she has the same stuff on TikTok, but you will be crying. Her TikToks be coming out. I be in stitches. I'll be like, what is wrong with Onika? She is not wrapped too tight.
What happened is they ain't hugged me like that. My mother was 16. I already told y'all the story. You listen to my set. My frontal lobe developed in trauma. So every so often, I just start acting like I got a tick. So, I ain't got no tick. But damn, I got that tick, and now, sorry.
Polly. Look, it's all a part of love. See, Drusilla's in there. Love you, Marlene's.
I love you too, Drusilla.
Yeah. No, but like you said, it's all that, energy. It's all of these beautiful things. But I'm telling you, more so than anything, it's all of y'all. Y'all have given me such a new found energy about sharing and about, talking.
You know why? Now more people are y'all like you. You getting people like you.
Yes, yes. And that's why I said, I said, you find your tribe because so many, so often you start off in a specific headspace and you start thinking to yourself, you're out here alone. You're like, is nobody out here like me? Damn, this sucks,
Yeah.
And then eventually, like I said, you find your tribe and you're like, oh, there's a crew of us. Oh shit, it's
All of
about to
us.
be.
Yeah, you be like, all of us are like that. Okay, okay. So everybody, oh, y'all pay y'all bills too?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
everything good.
But y'all will fuck somebody else? Oh,
No,
okay, that's what I mean.
it's big because it's so easy to just stay introvert. You kind of looking around. Like I said, you feel so removed from everything, and then you don't give the world what it's supposed to get. I tell people this all the time. Each and every one of us have our own signature energy that we bring into this world on a daily basis. Nobody can bring what you bring. That's why I hate when I hear people go, well, why doesn't Onika be this person? I'd be like, because Onika is supposed to be the first Onika. So then this way, we don't have to confuse it with anybody else. I always liken it to our early days of R&B when we would hear Anita Baker and we'd hear Stephanie Mills and we'd hear, various other artists, and you never confused them. Now, I don't know who be singing. Everybody got auto tune, so everybody
It's called
sounded like
auto tunes. It's called
yeah.
auto tunes. That's what
You got to look on you got to look on the credits. You be like,
Ella
that's
May. Ella May is a good singer. My daughter's a good
yes,
singer too.
yes. I mean, but like I said, there are some. I'm just
Mhm.
saying, but the ability to have individuality has sort of gotten lost in the shuffle, in some circumstances for some,
Right.
and I think that that's unfortunate because what made our childhood and growing up so beautiful was that individuality. You know what I
But we
mean? Even
created so much in our generation. That's why we won't die. Like, that's why Jay-Z is still the best rapper and he's like 67. Like,
yeah,
because we created so much hip hop, marrying marketing with hip hop, all the clothing lines, fat urban wear, like
clothing,
all
yeah,
that stuff was us. It was like, we don't want to do that. I want to dress like the hood. I'm gonna make a company for work.
that
Like we like all the things we kind of like made them, right? And I'm not
yes,
taking anything away from any other generation, but the reason why we are so hard on the other generations is because we had to create, because we were home latchkey kids. We had to entertain ourselves. So now we like,
yeah,
now we rapping. Now we doing stuff, and we just don't see that coming out.
yeah,
And
so
it's a
much
little
anymore.
scary. It's a
It
little
is.
scary. But
It is.
that,
I had this conversation with Lord Finesse. I think it was Sunday, and we were talking, and I said to him, I said, "Do you remember getting your first working papers? Remember when you was 14 and you got your very first one? It was the
I
blue
forged
card.
mine because I wanted
You
to get a green card because I wanted to work more hours.
okay, but the green card didn't come to you at 16, so you had to wait 2 years before you got the green card.
No,
But
you
the
just change your birth date on it like that.
no, no. But what I'm saying is, in theory, you were supposed to, But the beauty of it was there was that whole process you had to go through. I seen this summer coming. Now I think you could apply, for your summer job online. Like, you just go online. And I'm like, y'all won't know the pain of going to pick up that summer youth check and having to take your crew with you and everybody get robbed. Everybody. They took everybody money. You leave the check cashing place, everybody mad. This is some bullshit. Damn,
Right,
I didn't even pay and I got robbed messing around with you. I hate you. They don't know
right,
that. You,
right. Let me tell you,
we
Amir,
got
right?
direct deposit,
I
different.
was talking to my friend today. She said, "Yo, I'm coming across the bridge and I'm looking at Brooklyn and I'm like, we don't get to live in these high rise. I got robbed here. Like I deserve to live in a high rise.
You,
If you ain't
you,
never get robbed."
you see what I'm saying? And that's the truth. Like when you stand in downtown Brooklyn right now, especially like you said, you come over the Manhattan Bridge, you come over the Brooklyn Bridge, and you're right there. You almost don't feel like you're in Brooklyn. You be looking up like, what in the
You
holy?
be like, who? It's like your girlfriend. Like you be like, you lost 100 pounds, bitch. Wait a minute. You got your teeth fixed? Wait, your edges grew back. So wait a minute, Brooklyn. Wait a minute, Brooklyn. She
It really does feel like that. And then in in the various neighborhoods, I live in Bed-Stuy, and I get off my train every day, and Becky and Tom and Brad, and they all get off with me. And I'm just amazed because I'm like, I remember when I moved out here 16 years ago, I used to be afraid to get off the train right there by
Yeah, wait,
Marcy Projects.
I moved in Bed-Stuy in 2008.
Okay.
And it was so many drug addicts around. I used to like, oh my God, this, yeah. And I used to walk in the street. I would walk in the street from the train station.
Anika, remember when they had when you go to the bodega on the corner and they had the spin joint? You remember the spin joint when you get you had to scream in through the thing, through the plastic, yo, Papa, give me a water and a bag of a bag of what you call it, Utz, whatever. Now they stay open 24/7 and they owned by all the Arabs, at least
And
in
the doors are open, but not in East New York though. Not in East New York, not where I'm from. It still have that little swing. But, it changed.
But
it changed so much. It
changed. The walking dogs, my block, my actual block, I got to sit outside my house so I can make sure that they don't let their dogs go in front of my house. I'll be looking at these people. And the fun part is they try to do it slick. So they looking at you, let the dog go, and then act like you ain't supposed to say anything. So you'd be like, you're not gonna clean that up. You're just gonna act like that's okay. Guess what? I'm gonna clean it up and I'm gonna come follow you to your house, and then we're gonna put it in front of your house, and we'll see how you like that, because that's not a good thing. Like
I had an argument with this lady about that before, and that's why I came up with that unattractive white woman joke, because she was unattractive and she was like walking like a pit bull, and she was a white lady, so I know she dated black people, because why with a pit bull? But she was not cute. She had on Birkenstocks, and this bitch let her dog use the bathroom right in like my flower bed. And I was like, you supposed to curb your dog. And she was like, don't talk to me like that. You don't even live here. I said, well, I don't. Do you? But in her mind, she did. I said, oh, God. And then the only thing that I could do is write a joke. Unattractive white ladies. Unattractive white ladies. A bitch. Not all of them. Not my friends, but a lot of,
it's serious. But I am. Only thing I can say about this is, at least it does feel okay that you can walk around late night now. Because I ain't gonna lie, I used to have to make a decision when I first moved out here to Brooklyn. Like, do I really need that milk, or can that wait till the morning? Because even though I want a bowl of cereal right now, that's probably not gonna work out. Getting stuck up, only walking a block is not a good look. So I'll just wait until the morning when it's some daylight.
And you know what's so crazy though? So all the people that robbed got kicked out the area, because I don't understand why is the area not bad anymore. Like, that don't make sense to me. Because if you steal a thief, you're gonna rob people. So where did those people go? Like, that's the thing. Because
isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
No, you're right about that. It is such an interesting thing.
How does a area become safe?
But
that's a little weird. Because are they not policing it the same way? How does an area become safe because people moved in? Not people moved out, people moved in. You building buildings, you adding to the area. It's crowded as hell. So the old robbers are still there. Why are they not robbing?
That's a good question. That you know what? You might have to turn that into a joke too.
And what happened to the flu? I just want to know about that too. Since we got the coronavirus, nobody got the flu. So the flu left. Where the fuck is the flu? Okay, sorry.
Trust me, I've been asking that same question. I've been asking that same question. I asked somebody that. I said that I'd do you one better. I said, so let me understand this. The COVID came, and people who were willing to strap bombs to themselves and blow stuff up was afraid of a virus. I'm not afraid of blowing myself up, but I'm afraid of catching a cold. Okay, I got you. I understand. I see how that works.
It's a little weird for me. That part is a little like.
Old robbers can't afford to live.
The robbers can't afford to live. It doesn't make sense though. They was robbing. That was their job. So they got a new job. Somebody gave them a job. They're working at Whole Foods. What is happening?
You know what? They may have retired. Dude's just plain retired. You know what? I'm not. I ain't built for that no more. I'm just gonna go and let that go. You know what I mean? Because I know this for a fact. I go around my old neighborhood. I really grew up in the Bronx, but like I said, I've been living in Brooklyn the last 16 years. And I know when I go in my old neighborhood, all the guys that I looked up to who were street cats are now old and got like replacement hips and canes and shit. So it'd be kind of funny because I see them now and I be thinking to myself, I should just smack
You be
you for
like, you know
GP.
who's gonna kill you now? You know who's gonna kill you now? You know who's looking for you now? Gout. Gout.
Sciatica got your ass.
You better duck for diabetes, bitch. I ain't going over these niggas gonna kill me. You know what's gonna kill you now? Halitosis, because you never went to the dentist, because you never had dentist.
Your furniture's messed up. You got no furniture, sir. What's going on?
You got 2 teeth in your mouth. Talking crazy. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Look, guys, I'm looking at the time. We have already done an hour. And this beautiful queen, Onika, has come on and just added to the beauty of our show today. Like I told y'all, this is Motivational Mondays. If you are not following Onika, please follow this queen. Onika, please do me a favor. Tell all the beautiful people out there how they can follow you and what wonderful projects you got coming up, so this way they can support.
So I am Onika Comedy on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I need those numbers. Onika Comedy on TikTok and Onika McLean on Facebook. What do I have going on? I'm doing this cooking show called Epicurious. So I've done like a couple of episodes already. So that's going to be on YouTube, Connie Nash, something like that. So that's coming out. So that's exciting. And then I have a bunch of shows coming up. I think I'm going to be in LA in July.
Okay.
And what else I got going on? I don't know. And I have a podcast. Oh, look, listen, follow my podcast. It's With Me Tonight. I interview people around my life, right? So I work in the legal industry, and I have all these amazing friends, and comedy and all that stuff. And in my personal life, I just mesh them together, and I interview those people, and it's called With Me Tonight. So that's my creation. And then I'm working on a script, and yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. I got ADD, so I'll be like,
okay. No,
and then I'm trying to get rid of this tick.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Everybody out there, I always tell y'all this each and every Monday. It's nice to be important, but it's so much more important to be nice. Please be nice to one another. Please take care of one another. Keep that energy level high. Laugh too much. Joke too much. Listen to too much good music. All of those things that just keep you feeling good, keep you energized, keep you feeling like you're doing something. And more importantly, watch your circle. Keep that circle tight, but keep beautiful people around you who keep uplifting you, keep watering you, who keep divinely trying to see you win, and you keep trying to help and see them win as well. It doesn't get any better than that, guys. I love each and every one of you. Let's do this again. Well, I'll see y'all on Friday, obviously, because we got the race debaters coming up on Friday at 6 p.m. But following that, I'll see y'all again next Monday. Same bad time, same bad channel. Love you guys. Amir.